She's got a secret underneath. Yeah, she's this naughty little freak. She likes to put on a show. She likes when it takes control.
It's A.J. Dillon. Big gain for Dillon.
And Quadzilla goes downfield in a big sprint.
The tune of a 40-yard rip.
Dillon, they rolled him right into the end zone. Touchdown Green Bay. 37-yard drive, 34 of the 37 yards by A.J. Dillon. A.J. Dillon is not supposed to be able to do that. He's 250 pounds.
He has great hands. It's something that he's gotten a lot better at since he came out of school.
Ever since the Steeler game where he had that 40-yard run, he has done something outstanding in the open field.
Dillon powering his way up the middle to the end zone. Touchdown!
Since entering the NFL in 2020, A.J. Dillon has played in 60 games, racking up more than 3,000 total yards, including 18 touchdowns. And there's competition for carries entering this season, with 5 other running backs looking to make their mark. And one of those RBs already impressing early, All-Pro Josh Jacobs.
I mean, he's a phenomenal player. Obviously, he's got the speed and he's got the cuts and the agility. So I'm excited to see him once the season gets rolling and see how hard it is for guys to tackle him.
He's just one of those guys that's good in all situations. Good out of the backfield as a receiver, excellent runner. He's a good pass protector, so he's one of those guys that you can really have in the game all the time and not have to worry about anything with him. And just, you know, his experience, his leadership.
Hopefully I can come in and, man, add my little spin and, you know, with the new additions that we have on this team and the guys coming back and taking that next step, that we'll be able to take that step as a team.
You're sure hoping they're going to see some similar highlights to that, just, you know, the other way around now that this guy is wearing their uniform. Welcome back to the Insiders. Tom Pelissero, Mike Garafolo, joined right now by Josh Jacobs, the newest Packers running back. Josh, you got 19 days right now to report to training camp. How you living? How you training? How's everything going?
Man, it's been a grind, man. I'm very excited to, you know, start this season and get it going.
So right now you're at the Milwaukee Fire Department. You're teaming up with them in USAA 4, and I quote the press release, a controlled explosion of a charcoal grill to spread awareness and educate the public on how to stay safe and avoid home fires ahead of the holiday weekend. I'm not making light of it. I know this is a very serious subject, but an exploding charcoal grill feels like a really good way to deliver this message. How'd you get involved?
Yeah, man. So they taught me how to basically put out a fire. You know, they put the fire on the grill, had it explode up, and basically I had to take the fire extinguisher and learn the technique of how to put it out. And, you know, and it was fun, man. It was a fun experience. I can't complain.
Love that right there. There's no end to the number of things we could say to the public when it comes to the 4th of July with regard to being safe. So there you go, Josh Jacobs, giving you another one there. As for things on the football field, we expect it to be hot, just like that grill. I'm trying to make some kind of transition here as we get to the Packers and we get to this offense. Matt LaFleur talking recently to the media saying philosophically he likes to have a couple of running backs because it's such a violent position for you guys to have to play for the course of the season. So he sees multiple guys being used in the backfield, but also said that he sees you as kind of a high volume type guy, a versatile guy. What's your impression with regard to how things are going to work for you in this offense in 2024?
Man, I honestly think the sky is the limit in this offense, man. You know, obviously with having a special guy in Jordan Love, you know, and having a good offensive line and, you know, some good receivers out there make it a lot easier for me. But just to be able to see the game plan and the things that they want me to do this year, the things that they're allowing me to do, I just think it's going to be a special year.
So give us a little more insight into that, Josh, because, you know, you go back to 2022, you put up over 2,000 yards for scrimmage, 12 touchdowns. Remember talking to you at the Super Bowl. Right after that, you get your opportunity to hit the free agent market. The Packers paid for that guy, what they saw on tape going back to 2022. Obviously, you had to battle through some injuries last year. When you talk about that, the things that they're going to allow you to do in this offense, what all does that entail?
Man, you know, just to be able to come out and actually show that, you know, I can catch the ball more, be able to run real routes, not just that, but you trusted me enough to be able to pick up protections. And, you know, it's just so special when you got a guy like Jordan Love back there, man, and you can't really just load the box every play and you make defenses decide, you know, what they want to stop. I think that's going to be the biggest help for me this year.
You know, it's the second time you've mentioned Jordan Love and a guy like that back there. Give us your impressions of Jordan Love from what you saw from him in the spring. You've been around your share of quarterbacks at this point. Seems like you're really impressed with what you've seen from Jordan Love. Yeah, man. I mean, to me, just from what I see, he has all the traits and all the tools to be a superstar in this league. I think that, you know, as he continue to play and get experience and, you know, grow confidence and become more confident in his abilities and what he can do, he's going to be the next superstar in this league for sure.
So you go from Las Vegas to Green Bay. I lived in Green Bay for 3 years. It's a fun town. It's a really, you know, good place to be, great place to raise a family. A little bit different than where you've been in the past. Have you gotten out in the community, gone and eaten cheese curds, you gone to a house bar, any of those uniquely Green Bay things? Yeah, I definitely tried a lot of the cheese. But man, yeah, it's a different community, man. I mean, to me, like I've never been around like people that just so nice. Like everybody is just so nice. It's kind of weird, honestly, but man, it's so quiet. It's peaceful. It's something that, like, every time I think about it, I just think football. I think about locking in. I think about you know, perfecting my craft, and hopefully, you know, everything that I do this year and have been doing in this offseason pay off. Listen, we know what it's going to be like in Green Bay in December and January, but I've been up there for training camp. It's beautiful this time of year, man. Drink it in right now, because this is the best time of the year up there. There's plenty of things for you to do up there. I remember a couple of weeks ago, or maybe it was a couple of months ago after you joined the Packers, you alluded to the fact that you sent an eyeball emoji to Davante Adams about the possibility of coming back to Green Bay and rejoining you. Yeah. Did you ever get a full response from him on that? And what was his take on that? So me and Davante, man, you got to understand the type of relationship we have. We, you know, we joke around with each other a lot. You know, we talk about certain things, and we were just basically, when I sent him the eyeballs, it was more so about it's just kind of like crazy how life works, how like he leave there and go to the Raiders, and I'm going there. So that's kind of just what we was talking about. So you spent, you know, the early stages, 5 years of your career in Vegas/Oakland. There were a lot of things that happened in that 5-year span with the Raiders and different regimes and different offenses and changes, and you went through it again last year. As you look from afar, and obviously the deal didn't get done for you, but what do you see right now with the Raiders moving forward in the direction that they're trying to go? Man, believe it or not, man, I still root for them. I mean, obviously not when they playing against us, but I still root for them, man. I want them to have success. I got a lot of people over there that I can honestly say is my brothers and, you know, and my family. So I still root for their success. I hope, you know, AP figure it out. I hope, you know, Max lead the way on all of that. And hopefully they do good, just not against us. Yeah, doesn't look like they're playing you this year. I just double-checked their schedule. I don't think. So there you go. You can root for them every single week. Go ahead. No, I'm about to say, yeah, but you never know. We might, you know, you never know how it play out. So, you know, it's just listen. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. You talked about the sky being the limit for you for this offense. Do you have goals when you come into the season? Like, is now the time of year for you to be writing yourself some specific goals, or do you have more of a general concept for what do you want from a season? So honestly, normally I never set goals. I'm tend to like be the person that like I take everything from a day-to-day basis and I work from a day-to-day basis, and the results of that will be what you see. You know what I'm saying? That'll be the goal or whatever. But this year, man, I can honestly say as I'm getting older and I'm playing longer, man, that I have a real goal of, you know, legacy. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's a big thing. Like, you know, wanting to play important games, play in the playoffs, you know, make a deep run and, you know, play in that game if we get there, you know. So that's big for me. I think that's the most important thing. And obviously, too,
coming in where I'm 26 and I'm one of the oldest guys on the team. I think that I don't take that really lightly, coming in and you seeing these guys, especially these young receivers, on the cusp of, being a player in this league and being a face and being a household staple and being able to help guide them and, teach them little things about what I do or what I see to help them, elevate their game to the next level. I think that's a part of the reason why they brought me in.
There's also a lot of fantasy football fans out there, Josh, who are watching this and they're wondering, okay, they drafted Marshawn Lloyd, A.J. Dillon's back. Should I be comfortable taking Josh Jacobs with a high pick? Can you provide us assurances that you're going to put up those numbers like you have in the past now that you're in Green Bay?
Man, look, I haven't been this much excited for a season in a long time. I feel like this the first time I had an off season where I really just didn't have I'm doing recovery for something that I hurt throughout the season. I think this is the longest time I've been able to just sit down and, perfect my craft. So it's going to be a fun year for me.
We'll be seeing you week 1 in Brazil against the Eagles. Heck of a place to make your Packers debut. Josh, best of luck, man. Thanks a lot for the time.
Man, thank you for having me.
Anytime you talk about the quarterback position, there's so much information thrown at these guys. It's a big learning curve. You're drinking basically water out of a fire hose.
There's so many finer details that people don't even think about. The footwork, learning the timing for every play and all that kind of stuff. So it's a lot, but just trying to adapt and trying to learn from mistakes and, get better every single day.
I'm trying to make that next step. I feel like when I get up to the line, I can really see the call, feel the defense, but then there's also that other part of overthinking.
Adjusting to being the leader of an NFL offense is no small task, even more so when you're not the guy under center on game day. Compound that difficulty with the reality of fighting for a spot on the depth chart, and you would assume it'd be every man for himself. In Green Bay, that's simply not the case.
Whether you're a proven guy or a rookie, never have that mindset of being complacent or thinking you made it. Always trying to have a positive mindset and trying to work to get better and, find little tweaks in your game that you can improve on.
A backup, you want someone who, if the starter is out a game or a couple of games, to come in there and run the team and then be able to get a win. Because you want to continue to win if your starter's not there.
It's all love at the end of the day. Like, from the outside in, you might feel like there's bad blood, but really, at the end of the day, this group is awesome.
I think the cohesion between the three of us are really good. They're truly trying to help me get better. Me and Sean, are going to, try to push each other to make each other the best that we can be, because ultimately that's how the team is going to be the best.
At the end of the day, let's just be honest. It's either Jordan, me, Mike, or some other guy in the league. So I'm always just going to try to put on my best self and continue to get better.
Danger they both crave when they